That kid is going to end up a junkie like her mother. My child deserves to win. Entitled mom thinks her daughter deserves first place instead of me because I'm a foster kid that will never become anything, even though second place still qualifies her daughter for the next level of competition. Backstory. I grew up in foster care. My foster care at the time of the story was very involved in the school community, and regularly liked to tell the parents of my peers all about how I ended up in foster care and how hard I was to deal with. Yeah, she wasn't that great. I was in year 4 at this point, either 9 or 10, and I was quite good at sports, but swimming especially. My birth mother had been a surf lifesaver before everything went to belly up for her, and my brothers and I were removed from her care. We spent every day in the water and learned to swim a length of a pool before we could walk. At the annual school swimming carnival, I had done 2 races and won them both, and up next was the 50M freestyle. Ended up crushing it and coming first by a few body lengths. I was catching my breath and taking my goggles off when the kid who came second touched the wall. Enter EM, entitled mom. She was watching from the sidelines and made a beeline for my sports teacher, ST, who was holding the stopwatch for my lane. I didn't hear the first part of the conversation. This is the first bit I heard. No, my child clearly came first. I'm sorry, but she really didn't. It was too close to call. I really think you should give my daughter first place. She didn't come first, she came second. OP won fair and square. Fair and square? You know the sort of child she is. She probably cheated. How did she cheat? We all watched them start at the exact same time. I'm sorry, but she came in first. Does it even matter if she came first? She's just going to end up a junkie like her mother. My daughter deserves to go to zone, not her. For those unfamiliar with the Australian school sports, zone is the next level, where you compete with other schools. ST calls over the deputy principal, DP, who's going around to the teachers who were timing to get the final timings. Mrs. Name. Your daughter came second, still qualifies for zone, and that is a truly awful thing to say. I'm sorry, but we are going to have to ask you to leave the complex. We don't tolerate language like that at our school, and we won't allow it here. Mrs. Name, please grab your belongings and follow me. EM. You are all taking this child's side. We've heard all the stories. We know this girl's never going to become anything. Why should she get first place? DP and ST don't reply. Just try to lead her out towards the exit. No, I am not leaving. I am going to watch my daughter compete. I will not have you treat me this way. My husband will hear about this, and you will regret this. My daughter wants to compete professionally. She deserves first. Throws herself onto the seats in the grandstand. DP. Mrs. Name, we really need you to leave. For your daughter's sake, please don't make a scene. I remember looking over to her daughter's lane and seeing the poor girl crying, looking down at her feet in the pool to avoid everyone's gaze. EM. I am doing this for my daughter. She deserves to win, not this piece of poop kid that no one cares about. She's not worth anything. My daughter will win at zone and will become a Commonwealth swimmer. And you are both trying to strip that away from her. DP and ST, along with one of the parents sitting next to her, ended up dragging her off. I can't remember what she was screaming, but I remember it being unpleasant. Her daughter apologized to me the next day. We were pretty close friends until I had to move a year later when that foster placement broke down. P.S. I used EM's words to fuel me. I won every single race that day, but the 50M butterfly. I still remember these words to this day. I still use them to fuel me. Ended up graduating high school, getting a scholarship to a prestigious university in Australia. Landed an epic job straight after graduation, and I've gotten my own business, not an MLM lol that I'm crushing. So jokes on you, EM. Okay, so that was the entitled parents. Now for one choosing beggar, married into a CB family. Short. If you think occasionally encountering a CB is bad, try marrying into a family full of them. I made that mistake. My wife came from full-blooded white trash who assumed that since I worked a decent job, I was obligated to cover all of their expenses. Example, I came home from work one day and I found my wife crying on the phone with her mom. Her mom had called and was needing $2,000 right away to hire a lawyer, or she was going to lose everything, and my wife convinced me to give it to her. It was about half of the savings we had at the time. Fast forward a week later. I'm on Facebook, and I see my MIL, her partner, and several other in-laws have rented a massive condo and are vacationing for a week on the beach. I asked my wife why her mom could afford that but couldn't afford the money for an attorney. She told me that her mom and partner have 2 bank accounts, one for necessities and the other for fun money, and they never pay for necessities like attorneys out of their fun money account. This is how they paid for their vacation, and I had not gone on vacation for 2 years. This was just one example, but I would get about 3 to 4 demands for money from her family every month. I was relieved the day I signed the divorce papers. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, like, subscribe, comment. There are going to be so much more in the future. Either like this or more videos. I really do need to start filming again, and I will. So, thank you for watching all the way to the end. If you see this, I hope you have a lovely, wonderful day. Bye!